welcome to my channel, where I will deliver quality standard and premium content all year round. Now with that out of the way, let's go right into the video. So today we are going to be doing some test games with Grave equals Zorga from the deck profile. If you haven't watched it already, it is the very first video that I've uploaded. I do hope you enjoy it. Now let's see if we can find someone to Cardfight. So give me one quick sec. Alright, so far, there is one person who likes to verse us. I don't know where he is. Alrighty, let us get this started. Alrighty, so we will flip a coin to see who will go first. See if it goes heads or tails. Person starting to go heads. Alright, so let's see what we get. It is heads, so they will go first. Okay, so they must have... Okay, Ava, that's quite an interesting one. Alrighty, let us see how we fare against Ava. Our hand is looking a little bit clunky, so we'll put a couple of cards back. We might... Actually, we won't get the PG. We'll keep the Zorga in the order and see what we can draw from the three. Not too good. That's okay. Let's see how we go. Alrighty, so they're either grade 1. They have found an order. Okay. Oh, it is the promo order. Okay. Okay, so we will draw for our turn. Okay, not the best draw. Like it's still solid, but with the hand we have at the moment, it really is going to make much of an impact. Alrighty, so we draw if we go in second, then use Rancor or Chain, Soul Blast to draw 2, and then discard an order. Actually, I think we will rush, honestly. Try and get some early damage in. Okay, they've gotten out one of their glitter units. That's definitely very good. And we've got a PG, okay, so that's not too bad, especially for their turns when they're going to have that restanding regard. Sometimes it can come out with crit, so that can be kind of spooky. Alright, so they're discarding for their ride line for grade 2. Okay, so they now have... two orders, one in hand, and they've placed one on the order zone. They're getting really close to that bind fulfillment. We will take this one. They're going to both mine, and we will do our damage check. We got a good trigger. Doesn't really make much of a difference right now, since they're only having one Vanguard swing. Alright, well, one swing in general, sorry. Okay, we will have to discard something here for our ride line to go into grade 2. What we might do is we'll get rid of the miasma, sorry, and then we will use the T-Husk to add one back. I think we will cool down now, talking about, let's still keep going with that aggression if we can. Okay, they get a trigger, but if we can get a trigger against them, that would be nice. Okay, so we need an OT to pass here. Alright, so let us go. It is a front trigger, so definitely doesn't do anything there, but that is okay. They are at 3, which is good. We don't have the best hand, so we're going to try and see if we can dig for anything with the Actia Sticky. Otherwise, our turn could be looking quite grim. Did I have 3? We just need 1 more for that bind. Oh, sorry, it is if you have 3, isn't it? Okay. So that gets to the bind zone. So we unfortunately cannot Alpha Magic, continue to Alpha Magic cards from our bind zone to drop anymore. It was a bit of a misplay on my part, but I was aiming to rush, as we don't really have much of a strong grade 3 turn going to the next turn, depending what we draw. So we need to kind of put on pressure early so that our grade 3 turns, we don't have to do as much. So we'll just take this one. It's just a binding off, could be binding off quite regularly now. It can be a problem, especially since our dragons can get bound. We did see a trigger though, so that does help. It does get power though. Does it stand? I don't believe it does. Okay, we kind of don't want to be on that much damage in the early game. So we will definitely guard that. Alright, so we will draw for turn. Okay, it is a headhunter. It is not too bad. I think we're just going to have to really, go for pokes this turn by the looks of things. We really haven't gotten much to do this turn. But we can still make numbers somewhat, magic numbers. They are small magic numbers, but we do run fronts, so I'm hoping that we can get a trigger from the, hoping we can get a front trigger, sorry, just to make our reguards that much bigger. Alright, so in this situation, I will get rid of the T-husks. And then we will discard 1. So we will get rid of the miasma and then add the miasma back to our hand. Okay, so I'm going to call the headhunter here. Call Actia Sticky back. We're going to use the Clouded Miasma to call out a T-Husk Dragon. And now the Headhunter will get +5, so it did play an order this turn, and the Husk Dragon will get +5. Alrighty, go into battle. We will swing with the Zorga first. First check. And our second hill trigger, it doesn't go off, but we will give the power to Headhunter, so that if I don't get a defensive trigger, it still requires a 15k guard. So you can kind of get cards out of their hand still. Alrighty. And then since this one is 28, this one's 23, sorry. Again, they need a 15k guard for that one. That does get 10k shield, and they drop the Bowl Mine. Alright, we pass to them. Now I do believe, unfortunately, one of our units will be bound again because of Ava's skill. So that does hurt a little bit. They're going rid of the Tejas Dragon. We do have Persona right next turn, so hopefully maybe we can potentially clutch the game somewhat there, or just try and really cripple their hand since they're on 5 damage. Hopefully they don't get any heal triggers, but if they do, it happens. You can't really do much about it. Alrighty. Swinging for 18. We will go for the front, putting us at 33, which means they would need 2 triggers to pass. Okay, nothing from there. And their second check is a front trigger, so it is making their rear guards much bigger. Alrighty, so that is 33. We will probably have to perfect guard this one. And we will take the other one. It is only 1 damage. We get the over trigger. Okay. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. So that gets removed from the game, and we draw 1. And then we stand and draw. We do our Persona Ride and draw. Okay, we do have a roaming prison dragon. Unfortunately, we need that on the drop, but it's okay. We can fix that. That is not a problem. So, what we will do is we will call the prison dragon. We will get we will use Stoichea, I think, here to retire 2 to draw 1. Then we'll use the miasma to call a regard back, and then the dragon will come out. Actually, no, we can do something even better than that, because we can alchemy magic this turn. We can add a order from our drop to our hand. So we will Soul Blast 1, discarding 1 card from the hand. So we will discard the trigger. Then we will add the miasma back. So we use Stoichea to retire 2 for it to get plus 5k, and we draw 1. We will then call Rogue Headhunter, which will reduce the cost of alchemy magic by 1 this turn. Then next we will alchemy magic. And since we have used Headhunter, CB is reduced by 1. So we will discard 1, give our Vanguard triple drive, and then with Miasma we will call back our Headhunter. That goes to bind, that goes to drop, and the dragon does come out with the plus 10k and a crit. And then since we have formed Alchemy Magic, Zorga gives the front row plus 5, and then Miasma gives the Vanguard ability of giving the front row plus another 5. So we give plus 10k to the front row, and then both Headhunter and the Egg Cruncher in the back also gain power. Alright, so we will swing with a Zorga first for 33 with triple drive. So the discard. Alright, so first check. Nothing. Second check. Front trigger. That is very, very good. And then lastly, our third check is a PG. Okay, we will swing with a big one here for a total of 58. See if they do have a PG for it. Okay. And then finally we will swing in for 56. Okay, so even though we did not kill them, we have made them use a lot of their hand. So this is actually really good for us. Okay, so we will pass the turn to them. Now we can also Persona Ride and do the combo again with Zorga, so that should be enough to kill them. This is bounded is sad, but it is okay. We're going to be making big columns anyway. Alright, so adding 1 card to hand. They have got the grade 3. Alrighty. Let's see what they can do. This is 18, so we will guard this one. So we'll guard it with this. This one we will take, because even if they get the over trigger this turn, we can still stop it. So they need an OT and a crit to pretty much kill me. Front trigger, alright. So we will take 1 damage. We will soak the 2 damage here as well. And then we will perfect guard that. Right, so we will stand and draw. Okay, so we did get the Shadow Cloak. that is quite nice. We will persona ride into Zorga. Alright, see what we have here. So we will put a order from our deck to drop. We'll put a Tier 4 Malice and drop. And now we will Soul Blast one for Zorga, discard one from our hand, add a order from our drop to hand, and perform Alpha Magic. This should definitely be enough to kill the opponent now. So we discard one and a counterblast one. So the Vanguard gains an extra drive, and we call a grade 3 less from our drop to rearguard circle. So we will call that. So that goes to bind, and that goes to drop. Rainbow Chain will get +2. These will get +5 each. Zorga and Miasma will give the front row +5. Alrighty, so we will now enter battle, and the Vanguard now has triple drive. They do have the PG, that is fine, but we do have two very powerful rearguards. Crit trigger, that definitely does help a lot. We'll give the power and the crit here, and then lastly heal trigger. So we will give the power and recover 1 damage. Alrighty, so we will now swing in for 56 with crit. That is very unfortunate for us. That unfortunately means that, I forgot we do have the crit, so we still do win. The opponent unfortunately has left the game without saying GG, that is fine. Oh, he did, sorry. The game was lagging a little bit. Alrighty, so that was the game. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay of Zorga versus Ava. If you do, please make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more of my content and be notified when I post. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya.